We found them, but they're $17. What's going on, guys? Today, once again, I'm going hunting for some of these race and rescue cars, and hopefully I'm going to have better luck than last video, because last video was a disaster. I found nothing but Lightning McQueen race and rescues, which is everywhere. So a bunch of shelf warmers last time. Hopefully today we find some fresh new stock. I feel like my main goal today is finding Sally and Guido and Luigi. So those are fingers crossed for them, but I don't have high expectations as my local shops kind of struggle to get some good stuff in, but I'm hoping today that they're a bit better on. I'm probably going to be checking out maybe 5 or 6 shops today, and hopefully there's one of them just clutch up and have what I need, because that would be great as the resale prices are going crazy. I just need these for my collection. But anyway, come with me, let's go hunting, and hopefully we find what we need. I've barely got out of my intro, but first shop goes bang. What a start to the hunt today. That is crazy. They have a bunch of cars here. The rest are mainly shelf warmers, unfortunately, but I did find a few that I need, and that's a crazy good start. I'll show them off a bit more when I get home, but wowee, this is the first shop of the day. I haven't been to this shop in a while because one's a bit further away to my house, but today went perfect off the rip. This place isn't crazy far away, but it's just not in my local area, so I did have to travel a little bit. But they also had these for the bath, and why do I want these just as a display piece? Because how cool do these actually look? I don't know if I would get these for my daughter or for me to put on my shelf, because they actually look so cute, and I actually want them. And they also had a few other different brands here. They had Toy Story too, and I also want these, man. They even got Zerg in there. That is absolutely insane, and I love that. I had a quick stop at TK Maxx, and they still have their Lightning McQueen blanket, which I do want to pick up. Just gonna leave it for now, though. Anyway, next stop. In the same shopping center, lightning strike twice as I found more of these race and rescue cars. I found the Jeff here, and they also had lightning like usual, but look at the price. You see that tag? $16.99. Are you insane? $17 is crazy. That's like double retail, man. That's insane. I can see why the pegs were absolutely loaded here. And there's another Sally back there too, which is cool, but I can see why the pegs are loaded, man. 17 bucks per car is crazy. I was so pissed about that. I would have picked up a couple if they weren't that much. Let me get my ass out of this section before I do anything silly. In another section in the shop, they also had some like little play sets and minis as well, and they're $17 as well. I don't really know how much the 3 packs of minis normally are, so I don't know if this is the same, but I don't normally pick up the 3 packs of minis. I've got a couple, but I just don't remember. And they had a bunch of them, a bunch of different ones, but nothing that I needed or wanted really. They also had like the talking Lightning McQueen thing. I don't really know, the trash talkers or track talkers, whatever it's called, but they had a bunch of those there. And then the next shop was dry as like there's like 4 cars on the shelf here, which is kind of insanely shit. I've seen in cars groups that people have been finding good cars here, but it was an absolute L for me. They had nothing really at all. And the same as the next stop, it's basically the exact same stuff. So Woolworths is not the spot at the moment, even though there's some tips that it should be. Anyway, up next, we've got another Target, and this is my local Target, and this is what's at my local Target every time I go here. Like 85 different Sallys, shelf warming on the shelf. Get them out. Someone buy them, please, so they have to restock. Anyway, off to Best and Less next, and they didn't have much either. The shelves were loaded, but the only race and rescue cars were Lightning McQueen, unfortunately, which I already have 2 of, so I don't really need another one of him. I think I picked up Cam, but I'm not 100% sure if I have him or not, so I left it for now. But the shelves were loaded, but it was just shit, really. There's nothing I needed, all the same stuff you can find everywhere else, so kind of unfortunate. And then down below, there's a bit more of the same things there, so nothing here. Off to the next stop, and that is another Best and Less in my area, and this one's pretty cool right here, but I don't know if I need that. I'm not 100% sure. But they have a few different cars here, basically the same stuff once again. So besides that one good stop a bit further away, I had an absolute L looking everywhere else. I'm not going to be ungrateful though. I found some absolute bangers, which I'm really happy with. I'm trying my luck at another Woolworths here, and it looks like I was just a little bit late here. This is actually my local Woolworths. I should have been checking, because it looks like they had a few things. It's very messy in here, but they had a Race and Rescue Lightning, which means they probably had a few of the Race and Rescue set, which I missed out on, unfortunately, so I might have sold here. They actually had a bunch of stock, which is different. Anyways, I'm about to head out of here, and we're gonna hit the last stop of the day, and that is Toy World. And I was here the other day, and their stock was loaded, but today it must be that little sale going on here. They had nothing. They just had 4 Lightning McQueens, and then a bunch of minis that I don't really care about. I'm not a big minis collector. I have a bunch. I won't say that, but I just don't really love picking them up. Like sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. The rest of the stuff are more like play sets and like figure packs. But anyway, let's get home. I'm actually pretty happy with today. We are back home, and as you can see, we had some decent luck. So let me get into what we got. Alright, let's start off with Sally first, because they had about 3 or 4 of her there, and I did pick up 2, one to keep sealed and one to open. I don't do this with all my cars, but some particular ones that I really like. So this Sally is a really nice Sally, because the last time we got different Sally, I have no idea, or at least in my area, all they have is that one that's just shelf warms, just that boring Sally. But I still need to find Luigi and Guido, and I would love another Red and Jackson Storm for my collection, but I did find them earlier on, have not seen them ever again since. But today we had some good luck on some of the other ones. So there's Sally. Let me show you. I got 2 of her. Here we go. My 2 Sallys. One of them are going to be opened. I'm just going to pick whichever has the worst box to keep sealed, because I'm going to have a nice border in my room of all my like Lightning cars, and I have different Disney cars and some Hot Wheels. I'm just going to have a nice border around the room because I am moving soon, and I really can't wait to set up all my collections. I collect a bunch of different stuff, a bunch of different animated merch, so I can't wait to have my setup out and about, and I will make plenty of videos of showing. Up next, I picked up my boy Jeff here, and this one actually looks really good. If they had 2 of him, I would have picked up 2. I did see him again twice, as you would have seen in the video, but I wasn't paying $17 for a car that I already had anyway. I wouldn't pay $17 either way, even if I didn't find him yet. I was not buying 2 of him, no chance. But they were the normal like $8. Yeah, sure, I'll take it. But here he is. I actually really like this one, so yeah, that's why I want it sealed and unsealed in the collection, because I want one to have on my shelf and one to have on the wall. My prediction on who's going to be the hardest to find again for me to have sealed and unsealed is the red one, because I feel like he's very uncommon, and I feel like everyone wants a red in their collection. So I'm going to be hunting. I really want another red. I really want the Luigi and Guido as well. That's probably my favorite in the whole wave so far, so I really need to find that one. I definitely trying to go out frequently to find what I can find with these, but I'm hoping sometime soon I can go a bit outside my area on a random day that I'm free, and hopefully can find some more and get more different shops involved, because my locals sometimes just don't restock. I got really lucky. This one was the ones I found these at were a little bit further away than my usual spots, but nothing crazy, but it was like a little bit more of a drive. So I was really happy to find them there, because I did travel a little bit extra than normal. But there's my boy Jeff, and let's hope we can find him again. And last but not least, for what I picked up today was Morgan the rescue truck, and here he is. He's a big boy. So this is a really cool one, actually. I'm going to have to find him again, of course, because the whole race and rescue set I want to get sealed and out of packaging. I don't normally do this with like the normal packaging, because normal packaging is pretty boring and plain and nothing new, because this isn't on every single car. These are fresh. So I need to see my shorts and a video from the other day. I have picked up about 5 of the race and rescues so far, including Chick Hicks, Lightning, Jackson Storm. Was trying to remember who else I got, but I know I have Red as well. I can't remember if I got anyone else, but I do have those. Oh, and Mater. I got Mater. There we go. That's the 5 I got so far, and then the ones I got today. So I've got about 8 now in total, and I'm hoping I can find the rest I need. And I don't know how many more waves of these are going to come out, but I'm keen. I know the resale prices are crazy, and everyone's in the shops fucking fighting for these things, basically. But I'm so happy I found these ones I have so far. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little hunt I did, and I'll bring some more to the channel too if you guys are interested, and I'll definitely be hunting more. So thank you for watching, and have a lovely day.